Hello everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing a bit of a casual profile on a Runick Exodia deck. Now this is certainly not a Runick stun variation. Our locals has kind of like two options when it comes to competing. There's a much more casual tournament and then there's the competitive side of things. And so this is something that I've got built just up my sleeve for when I enter the casual tournament, which is not very often, but it's just more when it's needed to make up numbers. I usually just go into whatever event I need to do just to fill out numbers. But yeah, I'll go through the list. This is just something that's meant to be, a bit more casual, like I said. So I really like the Exodia Support that came out in the yugi decks. So the Exodia Incarnate, I think, is just really fun. This is not going to be a good deck by any stretch of the imagination, but if you don't know what this does, you tribute a Exodia piece, and it's a towers. It gains 1,000 attack for each forbidden 1 monster in your graveyard. So it's usually sitting around 2,000, 1,000, sometimes 3,000 attack, because like the idea of the deck is to put the pieces in the graveyard and then add them back to hand with the legendary Exodia Incarnate. The only issue with this is that he adds back, so in the end phase, it adds back pieces, but it's very slow. It's only in your end phase. The other effect that's very good is when it's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, it can reveal any number of forbidden 1 monsters in your hand and draw 1 card for each. So you're often drawing 2 to 3 cards depending on how your hand is set up at that point in the duel. So the recursion effect is obviously useful, but yeah, the draw effect is really nice. We've got 5 pieces of Exodia, of course, and I'm playing 2 Obliterate. Something I was playing around with is the Runick Advent, which is the continuous trap support that allows you to tribute a fiend or a fairy. There's other types you can tribute to search a counter trap, and then you're not able to special summon at the end of the turn. So I was playing it with Obliterate just because it's more ways to see Obliterate. The only issue is that I have, so this is a disruption. This says that you can target a monster in the field, send a forbidden 1 monster or Exodia card from hand or deck to the graveyard, and then return that target to the hand. And then if it's sent from the spell and trap zone to the graveyard, it can target a forbidden 1 monster or Exodia card in your graveyard and add it to your hand. That second effect is really useful to get those pieces back because, as we said, this only adds back in your end phase, so this allows you to do it when it's sent from the field, spell trap zone to the graveyard. We don't really play a way to do that, which is one consideration, but when it does get outed, you can add pieces back. So we're not trying to get all of the pieces into the graveyard. We're playing a Runick deck, so we are really just trying to draw into them, but having this as a disruption is also pretty useful. Then we're playing Sangan and Witch of the Black Forest as normal summons. Like I said, it's a very casual deck. It's just meant to just do one thing, which is we'll use the Runick cards, and then I'm also playing Time Tearing Morganite because you happily normal summon more than once, and you would love to draw 2 cards every draw phase, just while you slowly play a bit of a grind game with the Exodia cards, Obliterate, and the Runicks. So I think this is a Time Tearing Morganite. It's a very cool card to play. And then the rest of the deck is just Runicks. I'm not playing really any non-engine. Like I said, it's just for our casual setting. We have kids that play. I mean, this is probably still unfair for kids and things, but there's also some people who turn up with more fun decks for just playing Yu-Gi-Oh, I guess. But I'm playing 3 Smiting Storm, 2 Dispelling. The last 5 here was I just wanted to fill it out with Runick cards, not non-engine, so this is just what I had access to. And I just wanted more options to trigger Fountain turn 1 to draw 3, to draw cards. So so it's 22 Runick cards, 20 of them are the quick play spells, and then obviously the 2 Fountain. The extra deck, it's fairly straightforward, nothing too crazy. So I've got Hugin, Sleipnir. I'm playing Freki, Gary, and Munin. The Munin is probably the least worthwhile, but I mean, I guess to stop like a Cosmic Cyclone or something like that could be good. Then we've got access code Selene, Unicorn, Cerberus, Phoenix. Like I said, I'm just kind of filling this with more kind of generic stuff. And then SP Dark, Almirage, and Link Spider. I don't have to play the SP. It's obviously very good with the Runicks, but yeah, it's obviously a very good card. So that's the main deck and the extra deck. I'm not really going to do anything in terms of like test hands or anything like that. The whole purpose of the deck really is to kind of sit on Exodia Incarnate. Turn one, I'm often just either making SP or Dark, because when Dark gets outed, you can search another piece and kind of go from there. So it's just a bit of a fun deck for our casual setting, but I just thought I'd record it nonetheless because I find the concept interesting. There's certainly things you could do to make it more competitive, but it's probably just removing the Exodia cards if we're being honest. But that'll do it for this one. Just a short video just to show off the deck, and I'll catch you in the next one.